is Olayinka, and I'll be taking English language, SS2 class, and the topic is sentences according to function.
Sentences according to function?
Yes.
So what are your objectives at the end of the lesson?
Yes, by the end of the lesson, students should be able to define sentences according to function. They should be able to state the sentences according to function. They should be able to state the function and give examples that reflect every of the functions stated.
Thank you.
You seem well warmed up, so if you I hope this is going to work properly. Click on repeat.
Oh, excuse me, please.
Click on repeat, and it's going to give you 5 minutes.
Okay, please, let me quickly do this. I need to put this on me.
Right.
Thank you.
So your 5 minutes will start once you click on repeat.
Okay.
Click on that blue button.
So, class, in the last class we discussed sentences according to structure. We discussed the simple sentence, the compound sentence, and the complex sentence. Today we're going to be discussing sentences according to function. Okay, now, sentences according to function. We're going to be looking at different sentences and the functions that they perform. Okay, I'm going to give you very few examples, and we're going to do this together. Are we ready? Good. What is your name?
Kola.
Your name is Kola. Good. Good morning, good afternoon. Have you had your lunch?
No, I haven't.
Good. Now, I just asked two different sentences. What do you think the functions of the sentences are? What do they express to you? Good. The sentences, the set sentence that I just asked, they reflect questions. They ask questions, and they're called the interrogative. Excuse me. Interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences ask questions. How are you? Where is your mother? Did you come with your lunch bag? Those are questions. Another type of sentence we have here, we have the imperative sentence. The imperative sentences perform three functions. It expresses a command, an order, or it gives an instruction. Now, let's look at this example. Leave here at once. Leave here at once. What function does that express? It gives an order. Thank you. It gives an order. I could also tell you this. You need to be prayerful. You need to be prayerful, or take your drugs regularly. Now, that reflects what? That reflects an instruction or an advice. Very quickly, let's go to the third, which is the declarative sentence. Declarative sentences only state facts. It does what? It states facts. It will rain today. Mother has arrived. Those state facts. They do not give additional information. They do not ask questions or give others. It simply states facts. We also have the exclamatory sentences. The exclamatory sentences reflect or express a sudden feeling of emotion. It could be joy. It could be anger. It could be appreciation. Wow! Such a lovely bag you have there. Oh, this is beautiful. Those sentences reflect sudden feeling of surprise, appreciation, joy, or what have you. Okay, now let's look at the chart that we have on the board here very quickly. These, I want your attention to be on this column here. We have sentences here. The first sentence here we have, can someone please read this to me? Leave here now. Very good. Now, leave here now is a sentence. What function do you think this reflects? That is an advice. So if it is an advice, leave here now. Leave here now. That's not correct. Can someone else try? No, you don't need to. Don't look at. I didn't tell you to look at this. Just look at this. Leave here now reflects what function? Can someone else try? Can you please try, please? It reflects an order. So we're having the crossword. We're going to bring this here. This reflects an order. In essence, what type of sentence is it? It is an imperative sentence. Very good. Now, very quickly, let's move on to number 2. My mother is back. My mother is back. What does this reflect to you? The function. This is a statement. And sentences that reflect statements are called what?
Declarative.
They are called, very beautiful, they are called declarative sentences. Where are you? Where are you? I'm sure you'd all agree with me that that is a question. And sentences that do that, they are called what? They are called interrogative sentences. Lovely. Now, last but not least, we have, wow, you did a great job. Wow, you did a great job. What function does this reflect to you? It reflects emotional statement or interjection. In essence, we call that an exclamatory sentence. Beautiful. So, thank you, class.
Thank you. That's your time. That's right up. Okay, we're going to start off with Doctor, please.
Olayinka,
Yes, ma'am.
well done.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good command of the English language.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
You brought it out. You know, you didn't teach. You lived it out. You made the classroom your own. You know, and you captivated the class as well as we went along with you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Sentences, you know, functions, SS work. You brought it to a level for the class you're teaching.
Thank you,
which I say your charts explains everything. You explained it before we went to the chart. So the learners were able to understand when you asked questions. You did not ask questions before. You explained it. You gave examples in the class. You used what was around you. Oh, this is nice. Oh, that's nice. So we understood what you were talking about. Your presentation, good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Loud, confidence. You're oozing with confidence.
Thank you, ma'am.
So I would say your charisma, communication skills, you listen. Well done.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, Doctor. Prof.
Olayinka.
Yes, sir.
I'm also joining Dr. Nick to appreciate you for what you have really done.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I noticed that when you came with class. Yes, you were well prepared, dressed up, came with your instructional material, and it's clear, it communicates, it's in colors, you hung it where everybody could see.
Thank you, sir.
Then I want to appreciate that you communicated very well. You are in control of your language. I could hardly see anything to point out as I normally point out on people's comments. Then you are creative. How do I mean? You saw even the class, how they were seated. You appreciated what they have done newly on themselves. So the time management was to me on point. As I just mentioned the last word, there was a bed around behind you. That's excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Maybe it's just your luck to do that. So you have the language and you have really used the language. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Well done.
Okay. Do you know what? I'm looking for anything to even nitpick about. I don't think there's anything much to say in terms of, but obviously we'll always start with the things you did well. So let me start with that. Thank you for the matching exercise. I like good matching exercise.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's good. It's still up there. Maybe to cool a bit, you could have used, a different color to make it easier to see where the arrows are going. But look,
Okay.
it does the job. You know what you're doing. Thank you for that.
Thank you, sir.
Your instruction materials were probably sparse, but apt, appropriate, and therefore you had a high mark from me there as well. You see, I like it when teachers come in and it's as if though they're just having a chat. She started off with, what's your name? What did you have for lunch? I just thought she was still chatting with us. Lo and behold, it was part of the lesson.
Yes.
Which is, sometimes it's good to have a starter which links in. I mean, I'd often try and make my starter link in, even though they say it need not. But what you realize is because of the function of time, it's best to have a starter that does link into your lesson, especially when you've only got 5 minutes. So thank you for all you did do. Do you know what? I don't have anything in terms of advice for you. The only thing I would say is, as a genuine question for myself, okay, I use the English language, we all use the English language. I'm really not thinking about which one is an interrogative, what's the function of a sentence, or declarative or imperative. And the question is, why would people need to learn this? I'm just asking.
Okay. Now, in English language, especially for beginners like the secondary school students, most times I'm sure most people are all familiar with interrogative sentences, but we need to let the students know the functions. Sometimes when they write essays, for instance, they need to learn to express themselves in using the right sentences. Now, a student that wants to only state a fact, sometimes, especially in Nigeria, it comes in form of a question. You want to tell someone, mother is back. You want to state a fact, mother is back, and you're asking, is mother back? It's not really that the student needed to ask a question. He was going to state a fact, but because he or she doesn't know what to say and when to say, so a student might express himself in the wrong way, asking when he's supposed to just state a fact. Exactly. Okay. So they need to know the aim is not because they cannot express themselves in sentences, but the aim here is for them to know what to say and when to say, why I am saying this, and for what purpose am I saying this. And that's why we're going to teaching them.
And I suppose it will also help them, as you were speaking, it just occurred to me that it would help them with their punctuation. So if they're asking a question, they know they put a question mark at the end.
This, for instance,
or an
when
exclamation mark at the end of an exclamation.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. You've done your job. Doctor, over to you.
What else do you want me to say? Those things I've spoken. And so be it. But don't be carried away by everything you have heard.
Yes, sir.
If I were you, I will go back to my drawing board and prepare for the next session. They have told you did well. I could not agree with them less, but I want to say, the higher you go, the tougher it becomes. Don't rest on your heart and don't let this compliment go into your head. Go and do so that your next presentation will be better than this current one. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Teacher, my pride.